Okay, Sifu John again. What is up? So we're going to do one more, at least one more here for the Beng Quan. I wanted to save the kind of turning. The turning and the closing kind of have to be just kind of its own thing. Because it's not just sort of, oh, turn, out, out, boom, boom. You know, Chuan Chuan, very easy. You know, you turn and out. Beng Quan, a little bit more complicated. There's more sort of, a lot more going on. And the closing is a lot more going on too. So we're going to knock those out with this. Beng Quan and Pi Quan turn to the right. So you want to have the left leg forward. But with this, you generally want to have the reverse punch going on. So even if you're doing a straight punch, you know, and here you want to end left leg, right hand. This is the turning now. We're just doing the turning. So left leg, right hand, left leg, right, left, left, right. So again, we're gonna, like we did before, we're gonna kobu in. Let me get the feet in with that. We're gonna kobu in. So my feet are making a 90-degree angle with the toes pointing in. My knees are coming in with this too. Right now my weight's still back. And I bring in my fists in front of my dantian. So I'm here. So I kobu in. As I rock back to my left foot, I'm going to bring up my right knee and my right hand forward. My left hand's going to guard my left elbow. So it's not here, it's not it's not kind of whatever. Come up. Protect your boys. Protect your goods and stuff. Protect your, even just protect yourself. It's not just, no. When we turn, so it's, I'm just saying like Muay Thai fighting or Ong Bak or anything like that, you know, that kind of cover. It has that's part of it, you know, you're kind of bringing yourself in and protection, but it's also, you know, you come in and pop, there's a punch right there. There's a punch and a knee as you turn with it. It's a nasty, and there's actually some stuff where you can come in and jump through with it too. So you have like a hopping, flying knee and at least one, if not two, other points of fist contact too. So you have up to 3 points of contact to your whole body just jumping through something. So it you know, you have the idea of turn and protect, cover. You know, that's sort of, you know, so you see that even Sancho will do that. You know, you pop up. Now think, you know, if someone's throwing that round kick, you cover, and you kind of take it, and then you can wrap it and push through. So it even has some of that Sancho Swaijiao some of the thing with it. So you bring it up. So again, the left hand's going to be at the elbow. The right hand isn't going to be just up in, it isn't going to just cover, but it's still going to protect, and it has that angle with the fist. And see how that this is nice and straight with that too. I'm not down, I'm not curled in, I'm keeping this straight because I can even think of punching with it. So you want to keep those, the wrists and the sort of, you know, architecture of the bones in the hand, in the wrist, the radius and the ulna, all that nice and straight in with that. So it all, so you don't start messing the wrist up too much. And if you are punching, you have that whole behind it as opposed to, ow, which is no good. So again, kobu, weight's on the right. I bring my weight to my back leg, which is my left. So this is where that 45 is important because I'm now going 45 off of that direction. So my foot is set. If I bring it in here and I try and go, I didn't feel good. That did not feel good in my hip. Having the foot facing the wrong way did not feel good. So if my foot's here and I try and lift, I can feel my balance coming back a little bit, back, like leaning back. And when I did that before, I felt a little stabby thing with my hip. I didn't like that. So bring that foot around to 45 with the kobu like it's supposed to. In, rock back, knee and the fists all come up together. And again, angle with the foot, kind of pointing towards the knee, but not pointing towards the knee like this or hanging loose. Again, protect. So I'm going to push, and it's going to be just like splitting, only I'm going to twist. So that twist has something specific as well. The back knee needs to be in the front knee. What I mean by in, I mean as I come in, up. So as I twist, see my knee is my left knee, my back knee is hitting my right front knee. And as I sink, it goes out the other side. So I'm actually on this side of my calf. Is this the gastromachus, gastrinus? I can never remember that muscle. So that side of the thing. And I come back. So the splitting is similar to P-trans splitting or the Santi splitting, but more down. So you're thinking almost like if I have someone here, they're back here. I can come up, they're going to block, I check or kick their lower leg. Here I can grab that arm. So think you got like their wrist. And as I come in, I'm again sliding. I'm twisting, so I'm using my body to pull my right arm back and my left arm forward. So if you got their arm, you got that wrist, and you're think of what you're doing in terms of that with an arm bar. So you got their arm, maybe you're pushing here on the elbow. You can even use it up to the shoulder. But you got that crank down. You got pulling, so you got the twisting. So their arm twists over. You got pulling towards you and back, maybe even slightly up, pressing down and out towards them. And that's what you're doing to their arm after you've already kicked their leg. But a little extra thing with this. If I kick the knee or the shin, I'm coming down like straight down like that. So that means my heel, if you're kicking the knee or the shin, is riding down their shin and stomping on the instep. So even if you miss that, you got your leg on the side and your body twisting. So your whole body's twisting. You're still looking forward. So it's not like Swijiao, these exercises here. The blanking on the name of that. It's not like that with it. You got to keep your eyes straight where they're going. But you want to turn, lift, kick, down, up, twist, split, and sink. Now you don't need to go all the way down. Yes, not necessarily, just a little bit. So I like to go to about where my back knee is like a full knee under my front. So it's not sitting right behind the knee like this. It's not sitting with that. It's a little bit lower. So there's some nice time under tension in with that quad. But I'm getting the body to sink and I'm getting the body to twist. So you want to sink and twist. So you can see why I wanted to leave this to a separate thing, because just the stepping with the punches is going to be enough. This is a whole other thing on top of it too. So we want kobu, sit back, lift, push, down, right up, twist, split, and sink. And I punch and step, rock back, lift, push, down. As I'm coming forward, right up the arm, twist, and split. So I punch, kobu, lift, push, down. As I come forward on my right leg, which is 45, as I come forward, ride the forearm. So when I'm ready to all sink and twist, it all can at one time. You want all that all at one time. So do you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Oh no, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, up, out, down, out. Okay? So that's just the turning. That's just turning. Now, usually the closing will happen after a turning. You know, your internals likes to start and stop at the same place, or it should. People who are doing tournaments, if you're playing internals, you should start and stop pretty much the same place. You might have, you know, a step 30 to 36 inches one way or the other, because nothing's going to be exactly perfect with it, but you should be within a step or so, a 30, 36-inch step or less of where you started. So if my starting point is, as you can see, this little wear spot here on the carpet, right there where it's a little darker, that's usually where I tend to turn around when I'm playing my shingy up and down through here. Usually if I'm playing Taiji, I actually start here, so I'm a little away from that. So this is pretty much my Taiji and Shingi, Shingi and Bagua starting point. So I'll actually do a lot of, even when I'm playing Bagua, this will be like my turning spot for Bagua too, or if I'm playing, you know, the Shingi out here, this is usually where I'll turn and start and stop. So you can see it kind of gets, you know, a little extra there. And I probably just, whatever. So if I'm here, it's after a turn, and then step through punch. So if I'm going to turn, up, out, down, and then just step through and punch, just like normal. So there's not really much of a difference in terms of that. So if I'm down here and make fists, step, and then punch like normal. Now for closing is a little bit different too. You don't just kind of, okay, I'm done, close. You can, but that's not really what you want to do at Beng Quan so much, because there's an extra move in there with that as well. It's also going to be something that's going to show up in some of the longer routines, like the Wuxing Ling Huan, the 5 elements linking fist, a lot of the other ones, you know, the Hawk's 8 steps, the animal combination, all the different combination stuffs are going to have something that looks like this in it too. And again, just like the rest of this, there's a timing to it that's important. So again, you want to be left hand, or left foot, right hand. I'm going to come up underneath. So we're just going to do the arm. So what happens is my fist is going to come up underneath, but as it comes out, I'm not back fisting out. I'm punching straight out. So again, if it looks like here, when I come up under, see how that punches? That has that vertical fist instead of back fist. You see? I hope you see the difference. So when I come in under, and again, look, there's still that distance in there. When I come up under, the way it's supposed to be, ride and straight versus back fist. Try to make the difference somewhat palpable there. So if I'm here, I come up, and I'm going to separate. Now with the feet do is step back. So I'm here, I'm going to, like, if you're familiar with slide jowl, you might see it's almost like a steel step, or kind of a cross behind lady step, but just like we did with the kick and twist, we're getting the knees behind each other. So the knee's behind the knee, and I sink, same thing. So the knee, my left knee, which was at front, now is back, is on this outside. I don't know if you can see it. I tried it, one of the reasons I wore these, because it's got, you know, the Han Solo stripe thing there. And you can see where the knee is on this side of the calf. So if I'm here, I step back and sink. Okay? Step back and sink. So with the fist, so the fists come in, as I punch, sink. And you see how I'm not like squatting out? I'm still got posture. So from the turn, I come up, push, down, out, make fist, step through punch, step back. I know I didn't say that before, that's why I'm saying it now. Gemini, sometimes I make myself laugh. Sorry, let me reset that. So from the turn, up, out, down. Make punch, step through. I'm going to step back, right foot. Give yourself a broader, now you almost have like a bow stance. I'm going to step back and sink. So from the punch, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Punch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. So those two parts. I'm going to put everything together here. I'm going to use what I like to use, mostly the reverse punch step through, and kind of show like the mini, almost a sort of mini form that this is for Beng Quan. So I'm going to start even at the attention stance. Up. So that's basically what it's going to kind of look like. This is the one, or one of the ones, that if you watch Shingy in tournaments or something like that, you might hear a lot of stomping. I'm not going to do it too much because this is, you know, COVID-19 quarantine time, and at least one, if not both of my downstairs neighbors are here, or at least their car is. And it's an older place. I'm not going to just bang, 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 bang all the time. I'm sort of hypersensitive to that because I hate noises from neighbors and people and myself anyway. So I'm not going to do that to other people. But you'll get a lot of people just bang, 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 almost like when they play Chen style bad. Right? Bang. You'll get a lot of bang, bang, bang. Stomping is not fajing. Stomping is not issuing power. Stomping is stomping. Stomping is the petulant foot equivalent of, you know, being in push hands and think, you know, is correct. It's not. That's still a strike, and it's annoying. Sending power down is a different story. So don't worry about the stomping and really some sort of like fire-bending Saiyan, you know, fireball shooting out of your fists while you're stomping down and the tiles are cracking. And don't forget about that. Play correctly first. Make the timing correct. When you can make your timing correct, not only that, but also when you're clear with the way the weight is distributed and the way the weight pushes down and how you can twist and have everything open at once and pop all together. That's going to help the fudging and everything much more than just banging down on the ground. Now, I did it too 20 years ago when I was first starting off. I thought that, oh, I heard Shingi, my teacher, was pushing down because I didn't understand. And I maybe didn't do super well for myself on that. I might have hurt myself a little bit. I might have some of the wear and tear on my back or my knees might have come from that because I mean it's like jogging on concrete. You know, you're not issuing the energy through, you're hitting it and bouncing it back up into the body. You know, this is I kind of use the sort of extreme example of throwing a grenade in a swimming pool. You know, each time that you have like a hard impact on the body, that's what it's doing. It's impacting and it's coming back up. You know, so there's a difference. So if you're doing like plyometric training on macadam or concrete, it's not super good for you because all that stuff is going back into the body. This is one of the reasons why I also talk about alignments, because you want your alignments to be correct in order to then be able to support the weight of the body correctly without wear tear unnecessarily on the joints or on the body, or even now pinching off blood vessels, meridians, or moving organs in the way they're not supposed to. So don't worry about all the making loud noises and the stomping and forget about that. Take the ego. It's like, you know, trying to, you know, weight lift or something like that with, you know, 30 pounds more than you can do. And you're, you know, well, you see the guys doing curls all the time where they're doing this. They're not doing shit for themselves except for basically hurting themselves because they're not doing it correctly. And to take the ego out of it, put the right weight, as it were, on the bar and work the exercise, work the routine in the correct manner. And you will have better results faster and you'll progress better without so much, you know, there's, you know, most of progression's kind of like this, maybe even like this, and then maybe you get a little jump and do that. You know, doing it correctly the right way first, taking the ego out of it, will help this be better instead of kind of doing this and then that. So make it correct. Don't worry about all the other stuff first. If you're a little bit more advanced in doing that, the proper body positions, the proper postures, the proper distribution of weight will enable you to figure out when all that sort of pop or being able to push through. See, I'm, you know, 3-4 feet away from this bookshelf, and you can hear it and see this whole thing moving. I'm not even picking up and stomping. I'm just now sending down through the floor. So I can make those motions without having to with it because it's I'm using that expression more correctly. So that's it for Beng Quan. So we did this was the turning as well as the closing and kind of a way to put them all together. So again, whichever one you like, the sort of fencing thrust, the straight punch, the reverse punch. I would still recommend symmetry. So if you like the sword thrust, the sort of fencing thrust, play on the left side, then play on the right. You know, even it out. But that's me. I like that. I like the symmetry of it. I don't want like one leg to be, you know, more coordinated or stronger or something than the other. I want to make sure that as it works through my whole body, everything's, you know, evened out as much as possible. So, like, subscribe. Other stuff will come out. We have 2 more of the 5 elements fists to go through. Pao Chuan and Hong Chuan. Pao Chuan being the, or that would be kind of more smashing as well, or cannon fist. And then Hong Chuan, which is like the ringing fist or the crossing fist. So we'll work on those. Thanks.